friends. Welcome to Story Behind Podcast. This is the show for people who love hearing a good story and who believe the world could use more positivity. We're the team behind God Updates and God Too, and we hope these weekly short stories will brighten your day.
Mary Lou Retton gives up on fighting for her life and says her survival is all God. Written by Julie Provost, read by Julie Provost. 8 months ago, Mary Lou Retton was fighting for her life. Today, she is thankful to God and her 4 daughters. Mary Lou Retton, 56, is known for her goal-winning success during the 1984 Summer Olympic Games in Los Angeles. She won 5 medals, became the first American in history to win the all-around gold medal in Olympic gymnastics. Last fall, however, she was hospitalized and was literally fighting for her life with pneumonia. Surrounded by her 4 daughters, they were unsure she would make it, but she did. And now she is talking to DJ Barr from Entertainment Tonight with an update on her health, sharing some very happy and exciting news at the end. DJ starts the interview by asking Mary Lou, "What is the state of your health right now?" She responds, "Well, I'm obviously still on oxygen. As you can see, she's attached to it during the interview. I'm tired of this thing up my nose," she laughs. Mary Lou still has trouble breathing and getting enough breath to speak. "I haven't been able to really work because I don't know if I can get up on stage and do an hour-long talk as I've done for 40 years, she says. She talks about her recovery and shares about her lungs. They are unfortunately scarred and are going to stay that way. She also recalls the time she spent in the hospital last fall. It was quite an emotional time for her whole family, even though she doesn't remember it. They prayed over me and were about to put me on the ventilator, and I pulled through, she tells DJ. I believe it is the big man upstairs. He's not ready for me up there. Her daughters prayed over her and were prepared to say their goodbyes. She does have some serious mom guilt because her 4 daughters had to endure all that. Shayla, 29, McKenna, 27, Skyla, 23, and Emma, 22, were constantly by her side. It must have been a heartbreaking and emotional experience for all of them, but as Mary Lou says, God was there. It has been 7 months since then, and the doctors still don't know what was wrong. They are calling it a rare form of pneumonia, and she is somewhat of a medical mystery. Mary Lou Retton was hospitalized without health insurance. How was one of her most beloved and treasured American iconic athletes without insurance, DJ asks. Mary Lou shares how her divorce in 2018 and COVID, which impacted her ability to find work, led to being without extra money and insurance. She also mentions that the height of her fame was years ago, and while she could make enough for her life and bills, the added financial stress was too much. Because of the financial stress, her daughter McKenna started an online fundraiser. Although there were some naysayers, they raised almost $500,000 from over 8,000 donors. The public stepped up to help their treasured hero. The money will all go to medical bills, and anything left will be donated to the American Lung Association. Thankfully, Mary Lou is now insured and will be on supplemental oxygen for at least another year. She can walk a little, and you can see in her video walking with DJ and her dog, Honey. She's also been using treadmills and rowing machines. DJ has a big surprise for Mary Lou. She brings out a special message from a familiar face. It's from Sasha Farber, Mary Lou's dance partner from her time on Dancing with the Stars in 2018. "Hi Mary Lou, it's your favorite Aussie dance partner. There is nothing that you cannot do or beat, so just remember that. You are Mary Lou Retton and I love you. Can't wait to see you, giving you a big hug." What a sweet and motivating message. We discovered that Sasha would say that to Mary Lou during the show. I'm sure this helped her emotionally both then and now. Mary Lou has her highs and lows. "This experience has really changed me, and I've been struggling with that," she says. And how could it not? Anytime we have to go through something unexpected and challenging, we can grow from it. But it will forever change us. Thankfully, we have God to depend on through it all. As the interview wrapped up, we learned that Mary Lou Retton will be a grandmother. One of her daughters is pregnant, and Mary Lou has already picked out her grandma name, Lulu. "How does that feel?" Deidre asks. With tears in her eyes, she says, "I have so much to look forward to." The baby will be named Penelope, and Mary Lou couldn't be more excited about welcoming the new addition to the family. Deidre asked her, "Who or what would you say has really helped you get through this challenging time?" Mary Lou mentions her 4 daughters. "My daughters inspired me, and they do every day," she says, "and they're my biggest accomplishment." We will continue to pray for the former Olympic gymnast as she works through her health struggles and enjoys her new role as Lulu, surrounded by her loving family. Beloved, I wish above all things that you may prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. 3 John 1:2. Mother-daughter beach trip takes a harrowing turn, but Mom recalls how God is at work. Written by Julie Provost. Read by Julie Provost. Lulu Gribbin, 15, took a beach trip with her mom, twin sister Ellie, friends, and their moms. After a few days of beachy fun, things took a turn when Lulu became a victim of a shark attack. There were 3 reported shark attacks at 2 different beaches in the area, which officials believe were done by the same bull shark. Lulu Gribbin and her friend McCrae Voss were both attacked at Rosemary Beach in Walton County, Florida. Lulu suffered severe injuries to her upper leg and hand. McCrae had injuries to her foot and was later released from the hospital. Before Lulu and McCrae were attacked, it is believed that the shark attacked a 45-year-old woman 4 miles away. She lost the lower part of her left hand and is in stable condition. The bull shark is found in warm, shallow waters along coasts and rivers. They can be found in fresh and salt water and have been known to travel up the Mississippi River. Bull sharks are known for their aggressive nature, and larger ones are probably responsible for most shark attacks near the beach. Ann Blair Gribbin, Lulu Gribbin's mom, wrote about what happened the day, as well as updates about Lulu's condition on her Caring Roots page. Lulu, Ellie, and their mom, Ann, came down from Birmingham, Alabama to spend a few days with friends and their moms at the beach. It was the ideal mother-daughter trip. The first 2 days were amazing, having fun on the beach with friends. However, on Friday, June 7th, as Anne walked back to the beach after lunch, she noticed that everyone on the beach was looking at the water. She soon realized something was wrong, and she found Lulu. The wound on her leg, or all that was left of her leg, was something out of a movie. I finally made it back to her and held her hand, and she saw me, and I told her I was there. Her eyes were open. I had no idea how long she had been there or what had happened, Anne wrote. The EMTs then loaded her on a board into a beach truck and then airlifted her to the hospital. Anne and Ellie followed in their car, which was an hour and 20-minute drive away. We prayed the entire way, she writes. My friend who was driving was a godsend for me and Ellie and knew exactly what to pray. All I could say over and over was, please be alive, please breathe. When they got to the hospital, Lulu was already in surgery. She was alive and her vitals were good. We could only imagine the relief felt when they heard that news. This was when they were informed that the shark had bitten off Lulu's left hand and that they had to amputate her right leg halfway up from her knee to her hip. She had also lost 2/3 of the blood in her body. They were told she might need to be intubated for the next week or so and would need 4 to 5 surgeries to finalize the amputations. However, they were able to take the tube out on the 8th, and she was able to breathe on her own. This was the first big step, Anne wrote. Once she was settled, her first words to us were, I made it, and boy, she did. Once Lulu Gribbin woke up, she was able to share what had happened to her that day. She and her friends were at the first sandbar, about waist-high water, looking for sand dollars. The shark bit Lulu's hand and leg, and then her friend's foot. A man then grabbed her other arm to get her away from the shark, and another young boy helped him carry her to shore. 2 doctors and 2 other young women, including a nurse, surrounded Lulu and put tourniquets on her wounds, which Anne believed led to saving her daughter's life. We must thank God for the heroes who were there at that moment and knew what they needed to be done. Anne goes on to say, Lulu is strong, beautiful, brave, and so many more things I can't count. God has a plan for her, and we will be there to support her in every way we can. Anne ends the post by asking for prayers for Lulu, prayers for strength for her and her husband and for the other girls on the beach. I know this was a terrible accident, but God was there and had the people there who helped save her life. Lulu said she felt God in the back of the beach truck. She's truly a miracle. We have a long road ahead, and our journey is just beginning. We pray for Lulu as she heals and works through her recovery. What happened that day on the beach has changed her and her family forever. But God is with her and will be with her every step of the way. Then they cry to the Lord in their trouble, and He saves them out of their distresses. Psalms 107:19.
Thank you so much for listening to Story Behind Podcast. We're really glad you joined us for this week's story. To see photos and videos that may have been referenced in this episode, check out the links in the show notes. And if you enjoyed what you heard today, subscribe to our podcast, and please tell a friend about us. We'd also love it if you'd rate us and leave us a review. It really does help more people find us. Story Behind is a Salem Web Network production.